All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the YouTube channel. Resuming the docket, the court is calling SP 114-26621 Ali Al-Kanani. Alkanaani is the last name. This is the date and time for formal hearing. The charge is failure to obey a railroad crossing signal. Is Mr. Al-Kanani in the virtual courtroom? If so, please say your name for the record.
Your Honor, O'Day Merway, P76460, on behalf of Mr. Al-Kanani, I have authority to take a plea of responsible as to the offense as charged on his behalf.
All right, so we will let you represent your client. We will allow that on this civil infraction. And it's my understanding you are pleading responsible to the charge as written. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Madam Clerk, do you have the total for Mr. Al-Kanani?
One moment, Your Honor. Good morning, Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your devices are not muted. I'm getting background noise from Ms. Fulmont.
225, Your Honor.
All right, sir, 225. Because this is a civil infraction, the time frame is 14 days. Does Mr. Al-Kanani need more than that, sir?
No, Your Honor, 14 days will be fine.
All right, sir, you may disconnect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And the court is calling Corey Thomas. Corey Thomas, the case number is SP 102-84501. Mr. Corey Jerome Thomas, the charge is improper license. Also, SX 3767321. Same defendant, the charge is no operator's license on person. If Mr. Corey Thomas is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record. Corey Thomas. Would everyone please connect with your video cameras? I need to see everyone on camera. Please connect with your video camera. And then Mr. Corey Thomas, please say your name for the record. Mr. Corey Thomas. Sir, Mr. Corey Thomas. Okay, I think Mr. Corey Thomas. All right, thank you.
Hear me? Corey Thomas.
All right. All right. And the court is also calling Kenyana Allison. Kenyana Allison, case number. Case number SP 989-0521. Kenyana Allison, and the charge is no insurance. Also SP 989-0541. Same defendant, disregarding an officer's signal. 204-815-051. Same defendant, no operator's license on person. Also 207-054811. Improper license. If Ms. Kenyana Allison is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Kenyana Allison.
Thank you, Ms. Allison. And the court is calling Lawrence Terry. The case number is SP 109-19341. Lawrence Darnell Terry, loudspeaker violation. Mr. Terry, if you're in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Lawrence Terry.
Thank you. And Christian Turner, U570-40220. Christian Alexander Turner, disorderly conduct. Mr. Turner, please say your name for the record.
Christian Turner.
Thank you. Mr. Turner, I can't see your face, sir. I need to see your face. Thank you. All right, who's representing these persons?
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Palmer appearing on behalf of Mr. Turner, Ms. Allison, Mr. Lawrence Terry, and Mr. Corey Thomas. Respectfully, Your Honor, my clients wish to maintain, we waive formal reading, stand mute, ask court to enter a plea of not guilty, respectfully requesting a bench trial dates on all these matters.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Each of you is being given a not guilty plea. A not guilty plea is entered for each of you. Your bench trial date, Madam Clerk, do you have that for me?
Yes, Your Honor, June 14th at 9 o'clock.
Each of you has the same bench trial date. It's June 14, 2021 at 9 a.m. It will be a Zoom connection the same way you connected today. You will connect on June 14 at 9 a.m. And each of you is being given a personal bond. And that means you will not have to pay any money, but you must reconnect for your bench trial. Are there any questions before the court allows you to disconnect from the hearing? Any questions, Mr. Corey Thomas? Any questions, Ms. Kiana Allison?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, you may disconnect. Mr. Christian Turner, any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, sir, you may disconnect. And Mr. Lawrence Terry, do you have any questions? If not,
No.
you may disconnect.
Oh,
All
excuse
right,
me.
thank you. We'll see you on June 14.
Oh, excuse me. I had a question.
Pardon?
I had a question.
Okay, Mr. Corey Thomas, what is that, sir?
So if I ever wanted to just plea out, could I just go to the 36th district and make a payment?
No,
Okay.
these are misdemeanor offenses. And because it is a misdemeanor, if you plead, you have to plead before the judge. You cannot just pay a misdemeanor.
Oh, okay.
All right, sir. Okay, so we'll see you for your trial.
All right.
All right, the court is calling Alicia Alexander. Alicia Alexander, case number SP 2719641. Alicia Nicole Alexander, the charge is improper license. SP 700141, no operator's license on person. Count 2 of that same ticket, improper plates. And count 3, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. Also SP 758722-1. Same defendant, no insurance. Count 2 of that same ticket, improper plates. Count 3 of the same ticket, improper license. Also 145585481. Same defendant, no operator's license on person. 162902281. Same defendant, no operator's license on person. Count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. Count 3 of that same ticket, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. 173538291. Same defendant, no operator's license on person. Count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. And count 3, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 matters for Alicia Anderson, or Alexander rather, Alicia Nicole Alexander. If Miss Alicia Nicole Alexander is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Alicia Alexander.
All right, who's representing Miss Alexander?
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison from my pen on behalf of Ms. Alexander. Respectfully, Your Honor, my client wishes to avail herself of the offer. She will be pleading to 2 counts of failure to display and 1 count of improper plate. Is that what you wish to do, Ms. Alexander?
Yes.
Can you please give me the last four numbers of the matters to which Ms. Alexander is pleading?
Yes, Your Honor. Let's see, 8291, 7223, and 7221.
All right, and everything else is being dismissed?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Alexander, you've heard the
Yes.
representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes.
Ma'am, do you understand your right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Alexander, normally, if you were to have that trial, it would be held in person in the 36th District Court. But because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you've agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Were you advised of all of your rights, ma'am?
Yes.
Did anyone force you, threaten you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are waiving or giving up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And despite the fact that you are waiving your right to a trial, it's my understanding you wish to go forward with the plea.
Yes.
Ms. Alexander, raise your right hand, please, and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Alexander, on the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 87221, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by a police officer who asked you for valid insurance?
Yes.
Were you able to give that officer valid insurance?
No.
And on the same date, at the same time, and the same location, did that same officer ask you for a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Were you able to show that officer a valid driver's license?
No.
All right, Ms. Fulmer, are you satisfied with the factual basis in those two matters?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
And Ms. Alexander, on the date, the time, and location indicated in the ticket ending in 38291, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by a police officer on that occasion?
Yes.
Did that officer ask you for a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Did you have a valid driver's license to show that officer?
No.
Ms. Fulmer, are you satisfied?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
The court will accept the guilty plea in each matter, being satisfied with the factual basis. We will also accept the recommendation to amend. Which tickets are being amended to failure to display, Ms. Fulmer? What are the last four numbers? Is it both of the ones that are no operator's license?
What were the, Your Honor, I just wrote down 8291 is reduced to failure to display. And
8291?
yes.
Oh, okay, all right. The court will amend that
And
one to failure to display. And what's the other one?
I think the other one is 7223.
Court will amend that matter to failure to display as well. All right, and we will dismiss the remaining matters previously read into the record. Ms. Alexander,
Yes.
how long has it been since you had a valid driver's license?
I think about 5 years, 5 or 6 years.
Now, you know this is outrageous.
I know.
It's outrageous, ma'am, because these are arrestable charges. These are arrestable charges. So an officer could arrest you, put you in handcuffs, and take you to jail. It is not worth that risk, Miss Alexander. Please do not drive until you get a valid license. Madam Clerk, do you have a total for Miss Alexander?
Your Honor, can Ms. Alexander call the courtroom, because she has quite a few tickets. She needs to call, get her total.
Okay, Miss Alexander, the clerk's asking that you call her. She's got to use a calculator to figure out how much you owe. So it's going to take her a minute. So the
Okay.
phone number you will call is 313-965-2405.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so give her a moment, ma'am, to be able to do that. All right, Miss Alexander, and you will you need more than 30 days to pay?
No.
Really? Okay, good. Did you post a bond?
Yes.
How much?
1,500.
Okay, so whenever we get that total, we will apply that $1,500 bond. If you have no open matters in 36th District Court, they will apply it. If you still have remaining matters, they won't apply your bond until all of your matters have been resolved.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you need more time, we give you 30 days to pay. You may disconnect.
So do I call her after I hang up from here?
Yes, give her a few minutes. Give her a few minutes. Madam Clerk, will you be ready right away, or you want her to wait about an hour?
Wait about an hour.
Okay, if you can, Miss
Okay.
Alexander, just wait an hour to call her.
Thank
So
you, Your
she'll
Honor.
have it ready for
Okay.
you, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
okay, you're welcome. Danielle Thomas, case number, or Damien Thomas. Case
Yes.
number 173294311, Damien Demetrius Thomas, improper license. Mr. Thomas, if you're in the virtual courtroom, sir, please say your name for the record.
Damian Thomas.
Thank you. Who's
Good
representing
morning,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Thomas?
Allison Farmer, appearing on behalf of Damian Thomas. Your Honor, if my client wishes to avail himself of the offer, he will be pleading to the one count reduced from license, improper license to failure to display, and he can pay today, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Thomas, you have
Yes.
heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Thomas, were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, do you understand that if you were to have a trial, normally it would take place in person in the 36th District Court, but because of the pandemic, the courthouse has been closed to the public. And so you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology. Is that right?
Yes.
Sir, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes.
And sir, did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange
No.
for your plea? Are
No.
you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
And sir, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be waiving or giving up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're giving up your rights, sir, you wish to go forward with the plea today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
You may lower your hand. Mr. Thomas, on the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 94311, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by a police officer who asked you for a valid license?
Yes.
Were you able to show that officer a valid license?
No.
All right. Ms.
Satisfied,
Are
Your
you
Honor.
satisfied?
Yes, I am, Judge.
All right, the court will accept the guilty plea, being satisfied with the factual basis. We will also accept the recommendation No, that charge is going to be straight up. It's not amended, right? Ms. Fulmer, there's no amendment to that charge.
Failure to display, Judge.
Oh,
It was
okay. All right. We
failure to
will accept the recommendation to amend the charge to failure to display, which is a 0-point offense. Madam Clerk, do we have a total for Mr. Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor. Plea amount is $240. He has a reinstatement fee of $45, which is a total of $285, plus a $100 bond.
Okay, sir, we can apply your bond. The balance is $185. Do you need more than 30 days to pay?
No, I can pay today.
Give it 24 hours, Mr. Thomas. So if you don't mind, the clerk requests that you pay tomorrow so she can get everything into the system.
Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you. If you have no questions, you may disconnect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The court is calling Renee Thrasher. Ms. Thrasher, SP 9223341. Renee Levon Thrasher, improper license, count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. If Ms. Thrasher's in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Renee Thrasher.
Thank you. Who's representing Ms. Thrasher?
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Fulmer appearing on behalf of Mr. Asher. Your Honor,
You should
respectfully, my client wishes to avail herself of the offer. She would be pleading to failure to display only. The no insurance count would be dismissed. Your
All
Honor,
right.
okay.
So you had something else?
Yes, I wanted to ask the clerk if Ms. Thrasher has any other civil infractions that's open and unpaid. She just wants to pay everything she owes, and so she can get her license clear today.
One moment, let me check.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, Ms. Thrasher, let's go forward with the plea. You've
No,
heard
it
the rep-
appears she only has these 2 misdemeanors.
No civil infractions
Wonderful.
outstanding. Ms.
No, ma'am.
Thrasher, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes,
Ma'am, you understand your right to a trial.
yes,
Ms. Thrasher, if you were to have a trial, it would normally take place in person inside the 36th District Court. But because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you've agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today. Is that right?
yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes,
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
no,
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
yes,
And by pleading guilty, you understand you are waiving or giving up your right to a trial.
yes,
And knowing that you're waiving or giving up your rights, it is my understanding you wish to go forward with that plea. Is that correct?
yes, that's correct.
Please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, I do.
You may lower your hand, Ms. Thrasher. On the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 23341, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes,
Were you stopped by a police officer who asked you for a valid license?
yes,
Did you have a valid license to show that officer?
no,
That's right, Your Honor.
All right, the court will accept the guilty plea. Being satisfied with the factual basis, we will also accept the recommendation to dismiss the remaining charge previously read into the record. And Ms. Fulmer, is this matter being amended to failure to display or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we will accept that recommendation as well and amend the charge to failure to display, which is a 0-point offense. Madam Clerk, do you have a total for Ms. Thrasher?
Yes, Your Honor. Claim amount total is $240. She has 2 reinstatement fees, which totals $90. The grand total is $330.
All right, Ms. Thrasher, do you need more than 30 days to pay?
No, I don't.
All right, ma'am, you may disconnect from the hearing if you have no questions. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
The court is calling William Aldridge. William Aldridge, case number SP 11184-721. William Twain Aldridge, no operator's license on person. Count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. If Mr. Aldridge is in the courtroom, please say your name for the record.
William Aldridge.
Thank you. Who's representing Mr. Aldridge?
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Palmer, appearing on behalf of Mr. Aldridge. Your Honor, my client waives formal reading stand mute as for the interplay of not guilty. On the underlying matter, my client wishes to avail himself of the offer. He would be pleading to improper plate, Your Honor.
And which
He only
ticket?
has the one matter.
He has 2 counts. No operator's license on person and no insurance. Counts 1 and 2 of the same ticket.
Okay, one moment, please, Your Honor. The whatever count 2 is, let me see. SP 1118472 count 2 is being amended to improper plate, and count 1 is being dismissed.
Thank you. Mr. Aldridge, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes.
And sir, do you understand your right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Aldridge, normally that trial would be held in the 36th District Court in person, but because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you, sir, have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Aldridge, did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney about all of your rights?
No.
You didn't? You don't know about your right to a trial and your right to witnesses and your right to remain silent?
Oh, yes.
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 So you did have an opportunity to speak to your attorney about all of your rights. Is that
Yes,
what
Your
you're
Honor.
telling me? All right, sir. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
Sir, are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas, where is your head? I cannot see your head. Thank you. Thank you. Are you riding a bicycle or something? Because you keep bobbing up and down and in and out. What's happening? Okay, sir. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
And sir, knowing that you're waiving your right, you still wish to go forward with the guilty plea. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Aldridge, I'm sorry, please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, sir, on the date, time, and location indicated in the ticket ending in 184-722. Were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by a police officer who asked you for valid insurance?
Yes.
Did you have valid insurance?
No.
All right. Are you satisfied, Ms. Fulmer?
Yes,
The
Your
court
Honor.
will accept the guilty plea, being satisfied with the factual basis. We will accept the recommendation to amend the charge to improper plates and dismiss the remaining charge previously read into the record. Madam Clerk, do you have a
total for Mr. Aldridge?
Yes, Your Honor, $240.
Mr. Aldridge, do you need more than 40 days to pay, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, we give you 30 days to pay, and you may disconnect from the technology at this time.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. The court is calling Johnetta Thomas. Johnetta Thomas. The case number is SP 103-76311. Johnetta Lene Thomas, improper plates. Count 2 of that same ticket, driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. And count 3, no insurance. Also, SP 103-76371. Same defendant, driver's license never acquired. Count 2, driving while license suspended. Also, SP 105-42491, improper license, and count 2 of that same ticket is no insurance.
Let me try to
So,
text them. Thank you.
for Ms. Thomas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matters. Is Johnetta Lene Thomas in the virtual courtroom?
Yes,
All right, please say your name for the record.
Johnetta Thomas.
All right, who's representing Ms. Thomas?
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Fulmer, appearing on behalf of Ms. Thomas. Your Honor, my client is wishes to enter a plea pursuant to the recommendation. She will be pleading to failure to display an improper license. The tickets, the last 4 digits are 2491 and 2492. She can pay today.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Thomas, you have heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
No,
You're not in agreement, you're not pleading.
no, I'm pleading. I told my attorney that I needed some time to pay. She said that I could pay today.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm
that's the
sorry.
only
Time
part
to
you
pay.
disagree
I'm sorry.
with.
She's correct. Time to pay, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you pleading though? Are you in agreement with the matters you're pleading to, Ms. Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Thomas, if you were to have that trial, it would normally take place in the 36th District Court in person. But because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today. Is that right?
Yes.
Ma'am, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are waiving or giving up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And despite the fact that you are waiving your right to a trial, it's my understanding you wish to go forward with the guilty plea. Is that right?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, on the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 542491, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by an officer who asked you for a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Were you able to produce a valid driver's license?
No.
On that same date, time, and location, did that same officer ask you for valid insurance?
Yes.
Were you able to provide valid insurance?
No.
All right. Ms. Homer, are you satisfied? A lot of background noise. I'm trying to speed through this because I think the noise is coming from Ms. Thomas's house.
I'm sorry.
Were you able to, Ms. Fulmer, are you satisfied? Hello? Did I lose my attorney? Ms. Fulmer? Can you unmute yourself, please? Ms. Fulmer?
Okay,
One moment.
I just wanted to make sure.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the factual
Satisfied,
basis?
Your Honor.
All right. The court will accept the guilty plea in each matter. Being satisfied with the factual basis, we will also accept the recommendation to dismiss the remaining matters previously read into the record. Ms. Fulmer, did you tell me that one of these is being amended? One count is being amended or no? For Ms. Johnetta Thomas. Ms.
Your Honor,
Fulmer,
both counts are being amended.
okay,
Count 1 is being amended to fail to display. Count 2 is being amended to improper place.
all right. The court will accept the recommendation to amend the charges as indicated by the clerk. And do you have a total? Madam
Yes, Your
Clerk?
Honor. 2 plea amounts equal $408. She has a total of 7 reinstatement fees, which is a total of $315. The total amount is $795, and she posted a $700 bond.
Okay, so we can apply your bond, Ms. Thomas, and the remainder, your balance is $95. Will you need more than 30 days to pay that remainder?
Oh, no, I can pay that today.
Okay, give the clerk until tomorrow. So if you can, just wait until tomorrow to pay it because the clerk may not have it in the system before then.
Okay, how will I pay it?
Online, 36districtcourt.org, 36 with a TH, districtcourt.org, online on the DIV.DAT app, DIVDAT, or in person at 36 District Court on the first floor at the pay window or the kiosk in the lobby. If you have no other questions, you may disconnect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, you're welcome. And the court is calling Katrina Allen. Katrina Allen, case number SP 511-7271. Katrina Corin Allen. No insurance, count 2 of that same ticket, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. If Ms. Katrina Corin Allen is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Katrina Corinne Allen.
Good morning, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Allison, here on behalf of Ms. Allen. Your Honor, respectfully, my client wishes to avail herself of the offer. She would be pleading to allowing an unlicensed person to drive, and the no insurance matter would be dismissed. She can pay today. Is that correct, Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Is there a recommendation for the matter to which she's pleading?
Yes, Your Honor. That is, the recommendation is that the no insurance ticket ending in, well, I just wrote down the last 2 digits, 71.
No, I mean, is she being given a delayed 3-month or anything, or just straight out plead to allowing an unlicensed driver?
Allowing, unless the prosecutor will give her a delayed sentence, add a delayed sentence, but the offer was just for straight allowing.
Okay.
I will
Mr.
double check.
Prosecutor, is that the intent, sir?
First of all, I'm not sure if this is my ticket. Was it my offer? I need to double check that because it might have been county prosecutor.
Oh,
It's
Madam
a
Clerk?
state matter, Your Honor. It's a
Oh,
state
it's a
matter.
state matter. Okay. Thank
There you
you.
go.
It is a state matter, Mr. Morgan. So, Ms. Allen, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes.
Were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Allen, normally if you were to have that trial, it would take place in person in the 36th District Court, but because of the pandemic and the court closure, you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Allen, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be giving up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And despite the fact that you're giving up your rights to a trial, it's my understanding you wish to go forward with your guilty plea.
Yes.
Please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Allen, on the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 17272, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit? Oh, you weren't driving. On that date, time, and location, ma'am, did you allow a vehicle that you owned to be driven by an unlicensed driver?
Yes, Your Honor.
And who was that driver?
I believe it was my nephew so long ago.
All right. And your nephew was stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket for not having a license. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Ms. Fulmer, are you satisfied?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
The court will accept the guilty plea being satisfied with the factual basis, and we will accept the recommendation to dismiss the remaining charge previously read into the record. So, Ms. Allen, how old is your nephew?
Now he is 31. At the time I didn't know his license was suspended.
Okay. Madam Clerk, do you have a total for Ms. Allen?
The amount is $240. She has 2 reinstatement fees, which totals $90. The total is $420. And she posted a $20 bond.
How much was her bond?
$200.
Okay, then there's a balance of $220 that's owed. Ms. Allen, I hope that you can get some or all of that reimbursed to you by your nephew. You think you'd be able to?
No, ma'am.
You don't think so? He's trifling?
Yes.
All right.
And Your Honor,
So you paying the penalty for a trifling nephew?
yes, he's not gonna get any more help either.
You need more than 30 days to pay.
No, I can pay tomorrow.
All right, okay. If you have no questions, you may disconnect from the hearing.
I have one more question. Is this gonna free my license?
I have no idea. And the reason I have no idea is because I don't know what your record looks like. Only the Secretary of State can tell you that. I can tell you whether you have any other tickets in 36th District Court, but you may have tickets, or the trifling nephew may have tickets in other jurisdictions that are counted against you. So
No.
you will have to check with the Secretary of State for that.
Okay. So am I done with the 36th District Court?
As far as I know, Madam Clerk, are there any other matters in 36th District Court?
No, those were the only 2, Your Honor.
That's all for here.
Thank
But
you.
now-
I appreciate it.
All right, good luck. Thank you. You may disconnect, and the court is leaving the live stream, Ms. Fulmer, if there's no one else to come before